Hello. Thank you for coming. Your arrival was extremely prompt, and you're already 30 seconds early. I've been anticipating this gathering quite intensely. In fact, the feelings in my chest and stomach appear to have manifested from the moment you entered the restaurant. Thank you for texting me your order, by the way. I've already ordered what you've instructed so as to maximize the time we can spend together. That way we can get to know one another in a more prompt fashion, rather than wasting time debating with ourselves what we wish to eat. I have to admit, seeing your order made me reevaluate my choice. Yours truly looked delectable. Oh, my apologies. I was just finishing up my notes. I had a few minutes, so I thought I should make some notes on the play, but it appears I have slightly overrun. Come, please, situate yourself while I finish up. What am I writing? It's just some notes for the play I'm writing. Unfortunately, writing music is slightly more difficult for me than composing a compelling plot. I comprehend how to make an emotionally compelling narrative, but creating a melody to accompany it is something that appears to have eluded me thus far. Music? Yes, music. You could refer to what I'm writing as a musical, although I feel in my case what I'm composing fits the term rock opera more appropriately. I always found conventional musical theater shows overly reliant on character tropes with predictable narratives, while rock operas have less tropes associated with them, allowing for a greater artistic freedom in regards to myself as a creator. Would you like to, read what I have created thus far? It still sits in its primogeniture, however, it might be compelling to read for one such as yourself, and any notes you could give me in regards to my work would be much appreciated. I currently am experiencing some slight trouble. It's just, in comparison to my troubles with the music, my difficulty is quite minor. However, it's an issue nonetheless I would like to resolve. What is it? I'm experiencing difficulty in the composing of a romantic subplot for the protagonist. The story alone is incredibly thrilling. However, the previous feedback I've received say that my work requires a greater human touch. I'm currently struggling to establish exactly what this turn of phrase means in correlation to my writings. After some research, I discovered a great many of the stories that have withstood the passing of time are those with romantic elements. These romantic elements being key to the plot and the emotional development and maturity of the protagonist. My issues arise when I have to write not only the development, but also the dialogue between romantic interests. I worry that, as a writer, I can only express from a position of experience. Unfortunately, I have extremely limited experience when it comes to matters of romance and affection. A potential solution has occurred to me. In order to devise a more truthful representation of a developing romance, I could with your permission, use our series of dates and romantic encounters to create what is essentially a data portrait of what a relationship would look like to an outside observer in terms of progression. That is, if you're willing to be a part of this. You will? You have my thanks. The data I gather from our interactions will serve to be invaluable in time. Since our interactions will now serve multiple purposes, you can not only have my free time, but also the time I reserve for pointless pursuits and social development, since our interactions really encompass all three. Besides the undeniable fact that our interactions cause me feelings that would mirror affection. That serves as a good reminder. I spent some time researching the physical anomalies that occurred last time we spoke in class. The elevated heart rate, shallowness of breath, influx of blood to the face. It took a abnormal duration of time, but I believe having eliminated all other possibilities, there is only one truly plausible answer. I have romantic feelings for you. I cannot tell exactly where these feelings originated from. However, what I can say is that I must focus on our progression moving forward in order to properly explore and understand the way I am currently feeling. Naturally, I can only explore these romantic feelings with your permission. So if it would not trouble you, I would like to pencil in a series of dates and escapades for the future. You will? Brilliant. I have a 28-point list of different activities the two of us could do. I put it together on the journey here. Obviously, some of the highlights include a romantic dinner, seeing the fireworks. Oh, there's a street market in town in 2 weeks' time. I thought we might be able to stop by. And winter is just around the corner. I thought the two of us might go ice skating or perhaps build snowmen. These appear to be all things that, romantic couples do. Naturally, I will email you the list for your input, and alongside, I will have an area where you can feed back on each individual point. I think if we gather data for your primary activities that you enjoy and my primary activities that I enjoy, we could create a synergized perfect date. The two of us could then maximize our fun and romance, while at the same time enjoying our own personal pursuits as well, thus bettering one another. Of course, if you have your own suggestions as well, feel free to email me with those. Naturally, our social interactions around school will need to develop as our relationship does. I'm yet to truly understand how a pair such as ourselves should interact while in the company of others. However, I feel that openly showing at least some amount of affection to you would feel appropriate. Please, feel free to correct me on any points I may have overlooked or any data that I might have failed to take into account. There's always going to be anomalous readings in any experiment, so it would be best to have those signaled out to me in order to avoid any erroneous results. Finally, if you don't mind, I would like it if we communicated regularly. Perhaps I might send you a message before I go to sleep at night, and you could do the same. Finally, I have found that thoughts of you appear to enter my mind when I least expect it. I might be writing something or thinking about some trivial aspect of my day-to-day life, and I will find a thought of you entering my mind. Naturally, I then feel the urge to contact you. I realize that your time is extremely valuable, so with your permission, I would like to contact you when I think about you. If that is okay. It is? My apologies. I appear to be smiling quite a lot right now. And, if you would allow me to excuse myself for a moment, I appear to have, slightly lost my composure. Please, excuse me. Thank you for meeting me. I didn't realize that an interaction with another person could leave me feeling this fulfilled. I hope the two of us are able to discover some quality results from our research.